Back in January, on a visit to Washington, Benjamin Netanyahu showered Donald Trump with gratitude.
You've been the greatest friend that Israel has had in the White House, and I think tomorrow we can continue making history.
This to a leader that made Israel one of America's top priorities abroad, recognizing Jerusalem as the country's capital, backing its settlements in the West Bank, supporting its claim over the Golan Heights, brokering normalized relations with the Arab world. Trump certainly left his mark on Israel.
Trump completely flouted international law. For me, this will be the biggest change. As opposed to Trump, Biden will want to respect international law.
With Joe Biden now elected as the US president, change may be on the horizon. As Barack Obama's vice president, he condemned Israeli settlements. And once he takes the reins, he's expected to open diplomatic doors to Palestinians that had been closed by Trump. He was also an advocate of the Iran nuclear deal, clinched in 2015. Under the agreement, Iran scaled back its nuclear program in return for lifted sanctions. Netanyahu calls it a capitulation. So Trump pulled out of the accord in 2018, a move Biden might try to reverse, worrying Israeli officials.
We must ensure and demand that the United States, even if it were to return, enforces it and implements it, because we know that there have been grave gaps between what is reported by Iran and what actually happens on the ground.
Among some Iranian officials, Biden's win sparked cautious optimism.
There is still time for the U.S. to come back from the wrong route they've taken. We will closely be watching words and actions from the upcoming U.S. administration.
Biden sees a return to the nuclear deal as just the first step before fresh negotiations. But one thing is clear. The president-elect, a self-described Zionist and friend to several Israeli prime ministers past and present, will not give up his country's close relationship with Israel.